No, it's a good feeling. Like when I ask Scott, like, you know, why do you do what you do? His answer is always very simple. It's we stick up for the little guy. You know, if you get injured and you're in all this pain, you have to worry about your work, your family. The last thing you want to have to do is start learning the law, start going through all the deck pages of your insurance. You know, like you just want to be taken care of. You're the victim in all this. So that's where we come in. Is we come in and we tell you it's going to be okay. You sit down, you just worry about getting better, getting your mental back in order, you know, and we're going to go make sure that you get what you deserve because you were wrong. You're the victim in all this. And I hate to see people get mistreated. I had a call the other day. Someone was telling me that they got into an accident and they didn't like the way that their own insurance company was talking to them and treating them like they were like hassling them, you know, like, oh my God, like, I told you what this is, but it's like, this isn't my world. Like you're an insurance agent. I'm not, you know? So like, it's very tough for those people. So we try to make that process as easy as possible for them because it's not their jobs. You have a job, you have a family, worry about those things and getting well, you know? So it's sticking up for the little guy because the little guy needs a voice, you know? And that's what I like what you guys do too. You give a voice to people that need to be heard. Yeah. People are numbers and that's just not true. People are people, you know? We treat people like people as they should be. Like Scott gives his personal cell to every client he has. So like if I'm at home with him and that phone rings at like 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night, he's rolling out of bed and seeing what you need. Like he is on call 24/7. I've seen that man like get home, be exhausted from a long day of work, something come up and he's like, I got to go to New Orleans. I got to go get this report. I got to do this. And he's headed to NOLA 5-6 p.m. on a weekday because Scott Dupaquier is the law firm. You get his personal cell, you get his availability. He works for you nonstop. And as his kid, it's a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, hey dad, let's go watch the game. And he'll get a phone call, be like, oh, gone. And I don't like, is he coming back? I don't know, you know, because that is his priority. That is his passion. As a child, I never really minded because by the time he was an attorney, I was old enough that I understood that like this in a way was for all of us. Because he was always involved in our lives. He always like when I was little, when I was like 5-6 years old, my dad owned a Verizon store in New Orleans. And I remember like he would bring me to the store and like he would work the store and I was there with him. Like he was always, when I played soccer growing up, he was at every game. Even if he was on the phone, he was driving me to and from the game. He was at the game. He was always present in my life. So when it was time to work, I understood like it's not play 24/7. Like there's a time to work and there's a time to play. And if you manage that work-life balance well, you can have a really fun life. Yeah. So I've never felt any neglect or regret or any ill will towards my dad, even if it's like a birthday and he's got to walk out. I get it. Yeah. You know? I want to teach them how to lose, if that makes sense. You know, because like a lot of these guys, especially at the high school level, like only a small percent of kids go on to play college, and even a smaller percent than that go on to the pros. And I want these kids to understand that like you're not going to go pro, and I want them to have life lessons that you're going to use for the rest of your life. And a lot of things in life are not going to go your way. How are you going to react when you hit a wall, when you hit adversity? Because you're not going to win every game. But can you lose with class? Can you lose with grace? Can you at the end of the day go, you know what? I didn't win the game, but I'm a better person for it. I gave 100% of myself. I was disciplined throughout the entire season. I had qualities that I can take with me through the rest of my life. And that's what I want these kids to learn, is that like soccer is just a means to an end. It's a way to exercise and be fit, but it's a way to practice so many other great qualities. So many virtues come from sports. And I love that about soccer. No, but I'm excited. From a technical point of view, the biggest thing I want is, because I'm more the JV coach and I'm the varsity coach, is developing skills that I think those guys are going to need to be varsity players. So maybe you're not going to be the star of the team, but can you track back on defense? Can you see positionally how you can help the team, how you can be a role player? Because every championship team has like glue guys, you know, like, can you be that guy? You might not be the Kobe Bryant or the Lionel Messi of your team, but how can you contribute in other ways, you know, be less selfish, you know? Yeah. And I think getting those guys from JV to varsity, that's very...
So...
No, my mindset is that like half the people aren't even listening. So don't even worry about that half. And then the other half that are, just be yourself, because they're either going to like you or they're not going to like you. And your 30-second or 5-minute or however long speech is not going to change their mind of oh my God, people's predetermined notions of you.
Yes.
So just have fun with it. You know, it's not worth stressing yourself out over. I find you just go do it. Don't overthink it. You know, people get in their own way a lot. I like that. Well, I'm fortunate enough that I have Scott, and Scott's a huge football fan. So we have LSU season tickets. So we go to all the home games. We're at the Ole Miss game, last game, where we were losing the entire game. Like, we were behind. Ole Miss was leading the whole game, and then we go to overtime. We tied at the very end, go to overtime. We end up winning the game. Only time we've ever led in the game was when we won the game, and I remember they stormed the field. Yeah. And I looked at Scott. I looked at Mom. I was like, "Are we going?" They were like, "No, we're so old." I was like, "Well, I'm not going alone because y'all are my ride, but we'll take a picture from up here and we can say we did it."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'd rather spend the time with my parents than be out doing anything else. You know, like, those are memories that I'm gonna cherish forever. You know, win or lose. You know, I got Mom and Dad right here, and that's what matters. You know.
Yep. So y'all are big on family.
I would find interesting ways to make me regret what I did. So, like, I had a curfew one time, and being the dumb little high school kid that I was like, I don't have a curfew. I left the house. You can't make me come back, you know? So I don't say that. That's the mindset, right?
That's the mindset.
So I come back the next morning and I'm like, I'm home. I'm alive. They're not saying anything to me. So I'm like, okay, clearly I got away with this. I won. This is not a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm used to getting yelled at.
Yep.
So I go to my room, which is in the downstairs floor. My room connects straight to the kitchen. The door hinges have been removed. And the mindset was, you don't respect our rules. We don't respect you. So I had no privacy. I would change in that room. I would sleep in that room. Like, the bed faces the door, you know, like, you could eat breakfast and look at me like waking up in the morning. Yeah. You're like, oh, there he is, still in bed, you know? Like,
that is a pretty cruel punishment.
So they were like, you know, you don't respect us. We don't respect you, because respect is a two-way street.
So how long was that door down before it got put back up?
I don't remember, but too long. Too long. High school was forever ago, but it was a long time. Yeah. They would